Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the film Children of Men, as I recently watched it for the first time and I've got some stuff to say. So in case you don't know what Children of Men is about, it released in 2006 and it is set in 2027. 18 years of human infertility has left society on the verge of extinction. When one woman miraculously gets pregnant, Theo, a bureaucrat, must transport her to safety at all costs. I ended up giving this one a 5 out of 5 stars, and it's crazy to say that really, because it was one of those movies where I just really wasn't interested. My other half kept asking, can we watch it, because he'd watched it, well, a handful of times and really enjoyed it, and he thought it was something that I would like too, but it just didn't sound like what I would be interested in. I just wasn't vibing with it, but I thought I wouldn't vibe with it. I was completely wrong. This was such a moving and provoking film. I've read a few books like it before. I know I said it's not really my genre, and that's why I've only read like a handful of things, and the books that come to mind is something like 1984, Eve of Man, Children of Eden, that sort of stuff. But this was so much more harrowing and brutal, maybe with the exclusion of 1984 because that's pretty harrowing and brutal as well. But it just really honed into what humanity could be, you know, if we carry on the way we are with all these things we're pumping in our bodies and just natural decline of a species, really. I was tense throughout the whole thing, overwhelmed. I was on the verge of tears, which finally spilled over at the end, which, oh my god. I have a thing about closure, and it didn't give me enough closure at the end, and I was just like, oh my god, it's left me now. I'm going to bed and I feel like heavy on my heart, you know. It was heartbreaking yet inspiring, though tinged with melancholy. It was such a strange mixture of emotions that it invoked within me. This dystopian story about the firstborn child in decades, in a time of never-ending war, cruelty to refugees and hatred, all very real themes occurring today, but this just felt so raw to have it in one place. You know, when you kind of imagine sitting there thinking, okay, these directors and screenwriters, storytellers, author, because it was originally a book, has sat there and thought, what is the worst thing that can happen to humanity? And it's things that we're facing already. It's just so sad and devastating, but the way it portrayed all those themes, it was beautiful but heartbreaking, you know. It was such a juxtaposition in itself, to be honest. It was so fantastically done. It felt so bleak, but there was always this underlying feeling of hope throughout. And as I say, it did leave me feeling a bit heavy going to bed, like with that on my mind. But on the flip side, you can't deny that it is an incredibly thought-provoking film, and it's one that stayed with me since I watched it at the beginning of the month. It's just, yeah, I'm so glad I watched it. My goodness. An amazing film. If you haven't seen it, I'm now going to see if I can find the book somewhere, maybe give an audiobook listen or something like that, because I just want to consume everything about it. But also I need to get in a good state of mind, because this stuff was deep. Anyway, you guys should let me know if you've watched the movie Children of Men and what you thought about it, how many times you've watched it perhaps. And for now, thank you so much for watching. I shall catch you in another video soon. Bye.